Again, it's a rich thing.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. In today's video we're going to build a Telegram bot in Python, so let us get right into it. Alright guys, now before we get into the actual tutorial, I want to mention that this video is sponsored by Tab9, and as always, don't skip that part because it may be interesting to you. I never promote anything on this channel that I don't think is useful or interesting to the audience, and Tab9 is very interesting and useful. You can see that I'm using it here on the bottom right corner myself. Tab9 is active in PyCharm. And what it is an AI auto-completion engine, and it supports all modern languages that are somehow important: Python, JavaScript, Java, C++, and so on. It is supported in all the relevant IDEs and editors. You can see VS Code, Atom, Emacs, Vim, Sublime, all the JetBrains products here, Android Studio, and so on. And one thing that's very positive about Tab9 is the code privacy. They take your privacy very seriously. They don't do anything stupid with your code or your data. So it's a very, very trustworthy company. You can go to tab9.com/codeprivacy, especially nowadays where we have the controversy with GitHub Copilot. This may be a good alternative, so you might want to look into that. When it comes to the plans, they have a completely free plan. You don't have to pay anything at all. And it's forever free. You have the basic completion model. If you want to have a more advanced completion model that's a little bit more professional, you can look into Tab9 Pro. It costs some money, except for if you're a student. So if you're a student, you can go to tab9.com/students, and you can use your school email to get a free Tab9 Pro account or Tab9 Pro license. So you can get it for free as a student, and if you're not a student, you can get 25% off using a coupon code from this video. So you can get a 25% discount as a Neural 9 viewer here. So you can just click the link in the description down below. Maybe I'm going to somehow enter the coupon code here as well, and you're going to get 25% off Tab9 Pro on a yearly plan. Alright guys, so let's get started and create our first Telegram bot. The first thing we need to do is we need to take our phone and you need to install Telegram onto it. You need to install the app on your phone, you need to set it up, and then if you want to, you can also connect it to the browser so that you can work on it on your computer, which is what I'm going to do, but I mainly do this for recording purposes, so all of this can be done on the phone as well. What you need to do basically is you need to find the BotFather bot. So you need to go to search and you need to type BotFather, and you're then going to find this bot here with the blue check mark. You click on it and you can start it, or if you have used it in the past, you're going to restart it. And you're going to start a conversation with that bot. Now, as you can see, we have a couple of commands here like new bot or set name and so on. And we're going to use these commands to actually create new Telegram bots, which we're then going to program in Python or going to use in Python. So what we need to do here is we need to say /new bot. And then it says, all right, a new bot, how are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. Let's say we're going to call it Neural Bot in this case. Good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot. So for example, Tetris bot or Tetris_bot. It has to have a bot name in the end. Now, I'm not sure if we can use Neural Bot as well here. So let's just use Neural Bot. Sorry, this username is already taken. Okay, let's take Neural_bot. It's also taken, then Neural9_bot. There you go. And what you can see here is we get done. Congratulations on your new bot. You will find it at wherever we're going to find it. And then you can now add a description, so on. And the important thing is use this token to access the HTTP API. Keep your token secure and store it safely. It can be used by anyone to control your bot, which is also the reason why you don't see it at the moment, because I have censored it. This is your secret key. This is your API token, your API key that you want to keep secret. So if someone has that key, they can control your bot. So if your bot is in any way dealing with some sensitive data or doing some sensitive actions, you want to keep this API code here secret. So this is how we create it, and now we can use this bot in Python. So now we can start with the Python coding, and the first thing we want to do is we want to open up CMD and we want to say pip install python-telegram-bot, like that. And once this is installed, we can go into the code and say import telegram.ext. Now, what we're going to do first here in the code is we're going to load the token, because in my case, I have now stored the token that we got from the BotFather into this text file, and I'm going to load it from the text file so that I don't have to code it here and show it to the audience. If you don't care about this, keep in mind it's insecure to do it like that, but you can just say token equals, then a string and your token, whatever it is. If you want to, I'm going to load it from the file, so I'm going to say with open token.txt in reading mode as f, and then token equals f.read, like that. Then we're going to create the updater object, and this updater object is what we're going to use to do anything with our bot. So we're going to say updater equals telegram.ext.updater. We're going to pass the token. We're going to say use context equals true. And then we're going to get the dispatcher. We're going to call this disp is equal to, not telegram, it's equal to updater.dispatcher, like that. This is just the object. And we can then, by the way, you can also just use updater.dispatcher all the time, but I think this is just a better way to do it. So updater.dispatcher. I don't even know why I deleted that. So we have the dispatcher now, and this is what we're going to use, but now we have to define some functions. So what is our bot going to be able to do? And one command that it should be able to handle is the start command. So what happens when we start the bot? We want to call this function start, so def start, and we're going to pass here the update and the context, because we said use context equals true, and we're going to be able to use the context for some information. So if we just want to print something, so this is basically the function that gets triggered when someone starts our bot. Someone wants to talk to Neural 9 bot. Okay, what happens? We start the connection, we start the conversation. What is the first message, or what happens when we do that? And what we want to happen is update.message.reply text. And here we pass whatever we want to say. So for example, hello, welcome to Neural Bot. And you can also add some information like those are my commands or whatever. You don't have to. But in this case, we're just going to say hello, welcome to Neural Bot. Then we can have another function which is going to be help. And here we can say update context again, and we can do something like, I don't know, update.message.reply text. As you can see here, great auto completion from tab 9, just completed the thing that I just wrote before. And here I can say we can do a multi-line string. The following commands are, and as you can see here, tab 9 again says available already. We can say following commands are available. We can say start, welcome, message. We can say help, this message. And we can decide what else we want to have. For example, let's say we want to have the command content, because the Neural 9 bot is going to give you some information about Neural 9 content. And maybe want to have contact as well. So information about contact. I don't know. This could be a help message. Now let's do another one. Def content with update and context. As you can see here, again, auto completion. And we can just do something like update.message.reply text again. And I don't know. We have videos and books. Watch and read them. Now we're not going to do anything meaningful here because we're not going to write anything meaningful here because this tutorial is not on how to write text. We're just going to have some functions here, and the last one is going to be contact. We're going to have update and context here again, and we're going to say update message reply text. And we're going to say something like, I don't know, you can contact me on my Discord server. Or maybe since we're talking to the bot, we should say you can contact Florian. Come on the Discord server. Not Florian, Florian. Like that. Which is me, by the way. So those are some basic functions which we can now add to the dispatcher. So what we want to do is we want to create a command handler. It's going to handle a certain command, map a function to it, and then we want to add that command handler to the dispatcher. So we're going to say disp.add handler, and we're going to pass a telegram.ext.command handler. And the first thing we pass here is the command name. So start, for example. This is basically what you want the user to type in, for example, /start, but without the slash, without this initial slash. And the second thing is the function that you want this command to trigger. So in this case, when someone says /start, we want it to call the start function. And we don't call the function here, we just pass it as an object. And we can now copy this 4 times and change this to help, to contact down here, and to content in here. And we change the functions here as well. And that is it. And yeah, that should work. So now in the end, we're going to say updater dot start polling and updater dot idle. Like that. So that should work out. We have 4 functions. We have mapped them with command handlers to the commands, and the bot should be running. All right, so in order to put the bot online, we need to run the script. We're going to just right click it and run it. And once it's running, we should be able to contact that bot. So we're going to go to search here, and we're going to go to neural9_bot. And you can see here neural9_bot. This is a global search. So we're going to go to that bot, and then we're going to click on start. And once we do that, you can see, hello, welcome to neural_bot. Okay, now let's do hello. We're not going to really get a response here, so we can type some nonsense. And if we now go ahead and say /help, this is going to give me the following commands are available. And then we have the commands. We can type /content. We have videos and books, watch and read them. We can type /contact. You can contact Florian on the Discord server, and we can also do this by just clicking on these commands here from the help function, right? So those are the basic command handlers that we implemented just right now. So now I want to show you how you can also handle individual ordinary messages and not only commands. So not only something like /something, but actually something like hello world, for example. Just answering ordinary messages. If we want to do that, we're not going to use a command handler, we're going to use a message handler. But still, we need to define a function for that, so I'm going to just say def handle message, and we're going to pass here update and context again, and we're going to say update.message.reply text, and usually this is the place where you would use some AI chatbot. For example, if you have watched my Discord AI chatbot tutorial, we could use something like that. Here we can just get the message from the user, feed it into the model, and get a proper response. Or we can just do it in this way, in this case with a formatted string. We're just going to say use set and then update.message.text. Update.message.text is going to give us what the user actually sent to the bot, and we're then just going to say use set and then the message of the user. So if the user sends hello world, it's going to get us a response use set hello world. This is just to show you how you can work with that. We can take this update message text and we can put that into a neural network, get a response, and then send that using the reply text function. And if this video performs well, I'm going to do a video on how to do that. But for now, we're going to leave it at that, at this formatted string here. And if we now want to use that function for handling messages, we're going to say disp.add handler, and we're going to add not a command handler, but a message handler. And what we're going to pass first is telegram.ext.filter. filters dot text, because we're going to work with text here. And what we're going to pass as a second parameter is the function handle message. Not calling it, just passing it. So we can run that now and start the bot by doing that. And if we now contact the bot again, let's see if it reacts to commands. There you go. So if I now say hello bot, it's going to say you said hello bot. Or if I just write something, it's gonna say you said this thing that I just said. So this is how it works, and this is a basic message handler. So last but not least, I want to show you a practical example of a useful command, and it's going to be a stock command. We're going to have the command /stock and then some ticker symbol, for example, AAPL or FB or TSLA, whatever. And as a result of that, we want to get the current stock price and maybe some additional information. In order to do that, we're going to define a function called stock, and we're going to have update and context here as well. And now we're going to actually use context because, of course, if we have /stock, it's not just a command. We also want to have /stock and then the ticker symbol, which is an argument to that command. And this is what we can get with context. But before we do that, we need to install a library and use a library, which we're going to use for the financial data. If you're not interested in finance, you don't want to do that example, you don't have to install it. But if you want to go with the example here, then just open up CMD and install the pandas-data reader. This is what we're going to use to get some stock data. I have it installed already, and if you have installed it, you're just going to say import pandas_data reader as web. Okay, so we have that, and now we're going to say ticker equals context.args0. So context.args gives us the parameters or the arguments that we pass to the stock command. So if we have stock, AAPL, and second, third parameter, this would be args0, this would be args1, this would be args2. Okay, so we are interested in the ticker, so context args2 and we're args0, and we're not going to check for all the cases where we pass something that's invalid. We're just going to assume that the user passes something reasonable here. And we're now going to get the data, so we're going to say web.datareader for that particular ticker from the Yahoo Finance API. We're not going to pass any dates. And now in order to get the latest price, we're just going to get data.iloc-1, which is the last, and then just the close price from it. And we're going to then say update message reply text, the current price of, and then we need to make this an F string. And we can say ticker is, and then price. We're going to use a formatting here, though. We're going to say point to F. We're going to use dollars here. Point to F basically means cut or only use 2 decimal places here. And that should be it. We should now be able to use that function once we have the command handler, of course. So command handler, stock, and stock. There you go. Now let's run this and see if it works. We're going to open up the Telegram bot here again. Let's test with a simple hello if it works. You said hello, okay. So now stock AAPL. The current price of Apple is this, okay. Then /stock FB. The current price of FB is that. So it works, it gets the data real time. Now, if I pass some nonsense here, we're going to probably see a crash, but we should not be able to see it here on the Telegram. We should see it here. As you can see, we got an exception. I'm not even sure if that now terminates the bot. So if I do stock Apple, no, it's still working. Okay, so that's fine. Now, before we end this video, I want to show you that this also works from the phone. So I have my phone here with the Telegram app. And obviously this works from the phone because it's just a web interface for the phone, but still I want to show it to you. So if I type /stock and then, for example, CCL, which is Carnival Cruise Lines, and then I send this, you can see that it happens in the web interface and the current price is $22.92. So this also works from the phone. I can say hello world. But of course, this only works if the bot is running in Python. Alright, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something. If so, let me know by hitting a like button and leaving a comment in the comment section down below. Of course, also subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to not miss a single future video for free. If this video performs well, I'm going to do another video on a Telegram bot, maybe with some AI chatbot for Telegram. So make sure you hit the like button if you like it. And besides that, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video, and